All right, now I'm going to show you how to organize data into a line plot and into a frequency table. First, with a line plot, remember that a line plot is shown on a number line and it uses x's to show frequency. And frequency is just a fancy word for the number of times that something happens. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at my data, and the smallest number I see here is 0, and the largest number I see here is 7. So I want to create a number line that goes from 0 to 7. It has to include all numbers. You can't leave anything out. Even if there's no data for that number, you still want to include it, just like you do on a number line. You don't skip any of the numbers. You include all of them. And so now I'm going to look at my numbers, and I'm going to go and I'm going to say, okay, every time I see that number, I'm going to put an X above it. So again, I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the handwriting because I'm pretty sure it's going to be bad. I've got a 3 there, so that means I'm going to put an X over the 3. I have a 2, a 4, another 3, a 2, 1, 6, 7, 0, 3, 2, and 2. And so this is a line plot. It gives you a quick look at how the numbers fall, so you can automatically look here and say, wow, the mode of this data set is 2 because there's more 2's here than anything else. And then you can quickly look and notice that there's no 5's here in this data set. Remember also, too, you would want to include a title if you know what the numbers represent. So maybe if this was the number of hours people spent watching TV over the weekend, you know, you would want to put a title that goes to that effect. Okay? And the next kind of way, or the other way we talked about displaying data was in a frequency table. With a frequency table, again, you need to look at your highest and lowest numbers. So let's see. I see the highest number here being 77. Am I wrong? And then I see the lowest number being 13. So I want to create intervals that include all the numbers, that do not overlap at all, and that do not skip anything. I can't have any jumps. And my intervals need to be evenly spaced. So let's create intervals of, there's a lot of ways you can do it. You don't need to just do one certain way. Let's do intervals of 11, that doesn't look like an 11, of 11 to 20, 21 to 30, that looks awful, sorry, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, and again, you have to include all. You can't just assume that, oh, there's nothing there, so I don't need to include it. You have to include all of them. And let's make make this long enough so that it includes everything. Okay, 51 to 60, and then 61 to 70. So I think that's funny looking stuff. Wow, that looks messy. But anyway, okay, so 61 to 70. And so now I'm going to go through and look at the data and figure out how many numbers fall in each of those intervals. So I'm going to start with 11 to 20, and I see 1, 2, 3 numbers that fall in that interval. For 21 to 30, I see 1, just one number. For 31 to 40, I see 1, 2, 3, 4. For 41 to 50, there are 1, 2 numbers. 51 to 60, I have 1. And then for 61 to 70, I was wrong. I have to go past. So I'm going to put 1 here. And 71 to 80. So again, I apologize for that messiness, but you get the point. You're going to have to set intervals. They have to be evenly spaced. You have to include all numbers. You can't overlap. You can't skip anything. Okay?